you, Starry! Oh wow, 6 people joined all at once. Good to see you, good to see you. So I've got my new tablet. Got everything set up, and I think we're ready to start start this up. I did some tests before I announced that I was live to make sure that the audio was all good, and I tested on my phone, so I think we're all ready. Got 8 people in here. That's quite a bit, actually. All right. So this is a commission that I'm working on for one of my patrons. So I guess there's no reason to not get started. All right. So I always use this. I am using Ice Paint. I always use this watercolor brush at a 3.5 for all of my sketches and stuff. I really like it. It's one of my favorite brushes. I used to use it completely exclusively. Sorry about the quality of my mic. I have to use my gaming headset mic instead of my recording mic because I've only got one HDMI plug, so it's a choice either the drawing tablet or the nice mic. So I chose the tablet. So what we are working on right now, I wrote down the important parts of the description. The character's name is Kenji. They are a kobold, which is like a D&D half-dragon thing. I don't actually know that much about them, though. They're supposed to be a ninja in navy blue, like a navy blue uniform. I couldn't find like a reference of one of those, so we're just going to use like the black ones as reference. We can just change the color, no problem. And gremlin energy, I was also given permission to make him as cute as I wanted to, so I guess we'll get started. I don't know why I feel a little bit more awkward about streaming my art stuff than I do with gaming. I guess with like gaming there's a little bit more going on, so I don't feel the need to talk. Like it's a little easier to come up with commentary, but I usually don't talk when I draw. Like I'll go for days without making a single noise if I'm left alone. Hey Quinn, nice to see you. So what I was thinking, we've got like our hood, and of course most of these ninjas have like face masks, but that's gonna be kind of hard to do on like an animal with a snoot. So what I've done, at least for this sketch, is I've pulled the face mask down so it looks kind of like a turtleneck right here. And I guess in the final art, maybe I will draw it actually on. I guess we'll figure it out. So we're just working on the character design for right now. I did make him kind of raptor-like. I like raptors. In my opinion, the more animalistic you can make a, like, I guess a furry is a term that could be used. You make the way their body works, the happier it makes me. I like drawing animals and pushing them as far as I can. The one reference that I was given only 2 references for him, which was this reference for his weapon and this reference down here for what a kobold is. So I'm guessing they probably want red. What do your claws look like? I can't really see how the claws are. They kind of just look like regular, like, fists. I think since this one is a ninja, I think I'm gonna try and give him like daintier fingers meant for like sneaking around and and whatnot, especially since he's going to have those big claw things. We don't really need to worry about him having big old claws. So having like some more delicate fingers I think would suit him better. Raptors do raptors have inherent, yes. Watching typing this while I've been trying to help it. Kobold is spelled Kobold, I think. Yes. I hope that's how you say it. I have no idea how to actually say it. That's the only way I've heard it pronounced. I'm gonna color in that thumb so it's clear that it's on like the correct side of his hand, otherwise it's gonna look a little strange. It's okay. We'll worry we'll worry about that hand later. I can always fix it. I think what I'm gonna do for like the chest part here is I'm going to kind of copy this a little bit so we can have a little bit more definition with like the sleeves and the way that it wraps around. Not the sleeves, but like it might look a little strange if I do it wrong. I'm gonna call him Bald. Please. Why would you do that? Oh my. Yes, it is a kobold. A kobold, whatever it's pronounced as. There we go. And I'm certain that there are keyboard shortcut like type things on this new tablet, but I don't know what any of them are, and I'm used to using the buttons that are on my computer itself. Let's see. So it looks like in this one, like the headpiece and the chest part is not connected, so that could be interesting to like make this like one piece instead of more of a hoodie like I was imagining originally. Oh, my chat wasn't scrolling. That's why I can't see your messages. Fabulous face cam, thank you. I know I'm very beautiful. I never played D&D. What was it like? I don't play D&D actually. This is a commission that we're doing. It is actually not for D&D. This is a it used to be a D&D project, but the guy that requested it is turning it into like a full fic. I think last time I got an update, he had some of the chapters posted, but I haven't read any of them yet. I just haven't had time. I don't have time for reading. That looks maybe a little weird. I might have screwed myself over with this pose. It's a little strange. Small dragon thing that likes shiny things and has big gremlin energy? Yes. Doesn't really look like it's wrapping around. I think maybe I should draw like some sort of, it is called a belt. I actually Taekwondo when I was in elementary school. I hated it and I was never very good at it. Todd, nice to see you. Maybe I think it looks like the belt is usually placed a little higher. Like, yes, still around the waist, but not like the lower waist, like the upper waist. Wait, did you say fic? I love fanfics. I read a lot of Wattpad. I think it's on AO3. I'm not sure what the link of it is actually. Not the link, but I don't know what the name of it is. I've actually drawn a couple other characters for him. Hang on. So I've actually posted these drawings in the Discord, but it was this was the first one I was requested to draw. The second one was this Kitsune lady, and finally this guy, which is the most recent one. His file is very chunky because he was the only one that's had like a full background requested. His hand looks terrible. I mean, like, it's not up to my standards. That's better. Still a little funky. I think Spike here at the end. I think maybe the reverse way. Yeah. I miss when my Ibis paint wasn't full of pictures. I don't know what that means. I don't have ads. I've got the paid version. Or well, I have the subscription. On desktop, in order to download it, you do have to pay a one-time $20 fee. So I did that. I don't have all of like the premium stuff that comes with the subscription, but I do have a lot more stuff than you get on the mobile version, I guess is what you would call it. But I don't have any ads, which is really nice. Add a little more mass to the thumb, sure. Maybe like the other direction. I think I might like add a little bit more to these. That looks worse. I have an 896 canvas. That is very small. Yeah, I don't work with a canvas that's anything less than 1,000 unless I absolutely have to. They're good for like picking locks. I've been using Fire Alpaca as of recent. I tried it once. I didn't like it. I didn't like Krita either. It might just have been like I was used to Ibis paint by the time like I got around to trying it. Just never switched. I know, why would you switch if what you're already working with? Is it just me or did it get quiet? Yeah, that happens sometimes. We like have this finger a little bit more stretched out. That's incorrect. Thank you. That's very nice of you guys. I really should read the messages that I see out loud, since I'm posting these as VODs now. The VOD channel, like, I have actually uploaded 2 things there, but the first time I tried to upload, it got interrupted, so not actually up yet. Hang on, let me check. Ready to watch now. Yep, now it's up. Um, I wonder if I can change the... Nah, that's actually the best thumbnail. Hang on, I will share this to the Discord for anyone who wants it. Beep, 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 beep. I guess I should probably put it in links. That would be the best place to put it. This hand looks terrible. It looks very... Well, maybe not terrible, but like bad for this character, because it's too scary. I'm still getting used to this big old thing. It is much bigger than my old tablet, so I've found like I've had to like stretch a little bit more, I guess is how you would say it. Like it's not like straining myself or anything, but things are a little farther away than I'm used to, so I guess it is going to be a little bit of an adjustment. Second subscriber, guys. Do I have subscriptions on? Because I don't know if I haven't been able to figure out like how to like get everything on here monetized. Like I didn't have like a revenue tab when I was looking for it when I first tried to like get everything set up. So I really don't know what's going on with that. I really don't understand how Twitch works. I don't think it's very intuitive. I wish you guys could smell my candle. My candle smells great. What does the candle smell like? It is a pumpkin spice candle. Got it for Halloween, and then never used it because I forgot to buy matches repeatedly multiple times. But I have matches now, and now I can use it. It's probably a good thing that I wasn't able to light it before because I've now developed a candle addiction. I really like candles, but they're so gosh dang expensive, and I can't get to the dollar store because I don't have the ability to drive, or if I did have the ability to drive, it wouldn't matter because I don't have a car. So I can only go to. No, I think you. I think thumb over, not thumb, but like pinky over here. Do you ever have dreams that make no sense but just stick with you, like the ones that you don't see any meaning in but keep you up in either confusion or fear? I'm sure I have, but at the moment I can't think of any. I did have this weird dream last night though that I was with some friends, but they were like friends that I had never met before. Like my brain completely made up people that don't exist. Um, so I was with these friends, and we were like at I think it was a church dance, but I don't quite remember anymore. And we stumbled across a human trafficking ring that was disguised as a primary, which was really weird. And it got really stressful towards the end. I don't really remember what happened, but I remember I was freaked out and I didn't know what to do. And then I woke up. I had a dream I was in IMP and killed a chicken. That's great. Good enough. I guess you should probably have, like, some sleeves. Any chance I get to have fingerless gloves is a chance I'll take. It looks like they kind of, it looks like they kind of expose the palm a little bit so you can, like, grip things better. Eh. So I'll do that, and then we'll have, like, some sort of string right here. Uh, like a band or something. Fingerless gloves are cool. Yes, I agree completely. I had a dream of a forest full of Pennywises. That's awful, man. I have been thinking of turning my commissions, the series of commissions that this guy has given me into a video to help him promote his fic to more people. It used to be a fan fiction for an anime called Overlord. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that it's very good. Um, but he turned it into his own original thing instead, which I think is very brave of him and very cool. And I am excited to read it. Um, what I did was stupid. Away the sleeve goes. I'm still gonna have a sleeve, I just don't like it like this. Um, so we've got like a thingy here, and then a thingy here, and then it becomes baggy like up here at the top instead. So we'll do that. I had a dream several years ago that I met Dora, not the character, but I saw, but someone in a large Disneyland-esque costume. That's actually really scary. That would be a horrifying video game. I had a dream last night. It was the strangest thing. Basically, it was a Popcross Studios video about a strange experimental horror story about SpongeBob. I remember it being really creepy and the name being all in lowercase. It was a strange dream that scared me afterwards. Oh, interesting. I feel like I've heard of Popcross Studios. I might have even seen a video, but at the moment it eludes me. So I guess I must be a fake fan if I am a fan at all. I had one got dragged by a purple dragon monster at night while I was trying to sneak away. And that sounds like one of those dreams that's a lot scarier when you're actually in it, and then when you wake up, it's not that scary. Because the description of a purple dragon is not. It doesn't sound that scary. Like, but like, it's one of those things, like, dragons are super duper cool, but if I ever saw one in real life, I would pee my pants. Um, just like, kind of like with lions and tigers and whatnot. Um, They're not that scary to actually look at, but I'm sure if you were actually getting attacked by one, it would be terrifying. I had one where I was driving a car next to a megalodon. It's great. I remember when I was a kid, I once had this dream about like it stuck with me because it was a dream that was so scary that I woke up from it. But I think I was a little kid at the time. I don't remember how old I was, but I was very young. Um, some young elementary school, um, and I was running away from some like a this terrifying robot, and I was with my aunt who at the time I hadn't met her yet, so I didn't know what she looked like. Um, so my mind like made up her like it put do you guys know like what was the babysitter's name from Calvin and Hobbes? That girl? I don't remember her name, but it was that girl that I was running away from this terrifying robot with. And it kept like tasing her so she would get like stuck and would have to like shake her to get her to be back to normal so that way we could keep running. It was a good thing that the robot was really slow, otherwise we would have been kind of screwed. I had a dream that I was a werewolf and I went to a furry con and no one noticed. That's awesome sauce. Man, I cannot make this thing cross correctly. At least, like, it doesn't come across like it's crossing. Because, like, the way that these uniforms work, they always cross over this way. Um, if you ever cross it the other way, it's wrong. I think the babysitter's name was Rosalind. Yeah, that sounds correct. And I do have an idea. I could flip you around. And I guess we don't need this layer anymore. Yeah, so hopefully I can make it look like it's actually crossing around from this direction instead. So it needs to like start And then I guess we can show off a little bit of his breastbone here. We'll probably still have it be covered by like undershirt, but like you can see it right there. There we go. There we go. No, that's kind of freaky. You know, I don't think I paid attention to just how dang good the Cult of the Lamb soundtrack is. Like, obviously I knew it was good, but I don't think I realized, like, just how nice it is to listen to until, like, today. It's very relaxing, or at least some of the tracks are. I wonder, which track is this? I'm curious. This is Anchor Deep Purged, which is actually when it's a harder area to go through. But it's just so dang nice to listen to. I had the same thing with the Undertale soundtrack, real. I think what happens is, like, you're so distracted by enjoying the gameplay and whatnot that you don't realize just how nice the soundtrack is to listen to. There's just so much going on in a game that, like, it's hard to process everything all at once and, like, fully appreciate it. I think Anchor Deep might have one of my favorite soundtracks out of the whole game. Like, it's very nice. This looks stupid. We're gonna change the way that this folds around so it looks a little bit more natural. The Undertale OST is some of my comfort music, yes. I often will listen to, like, Lo-fi remixes of it to when I'm writing. I think it really helps me get in the mood. You know what I wish? I wish Has-Been Hotel would release its, like, background tracks, like the tracks that you're not, the tracks that are playing when, like, characters are talking, like, not just the singing musical numbers, because they have quite good background music. It's just that it's not playing anywhere that I've been able to find. Sometimes I turn the sound off and just listen to my own music, and for that reason, I am not a good person. I don't know what you mean by that exactly. If you're talking about, like, the stream, then that's totally fine. I guess I don't care that much. Oh, you mean like when you're gaming? Oh, I understand now. Has-Been Hotel was awesome. Has awesome music besides Welcome to Heaven. I actually like the song Welcome to Heaven. Like, not the lyrics, but like the music itself is very nice to listen to. Like I remember there's this one artist that I listen to on YouTube, Loafin Ho. It's spelled Lofi and then there's an N and and they were the only Lofi artist that I saw that had remixed Welcome to Heaven. And once that track is a Lofi version, it is so nice to listen to. Like uh like it's just really relaxing and I quite like it. When it's straight though, it's not that great. uh, the lyrics especially very weak. Like every now and then I'll think back to that one lyric that goes and everyone is hot. Like that just it's very cringe. And like there's just not like a lot to it. Cuz that track it's supposed to be like introducing us to the world of heaven, but like the introduction is so shallow. Like it's all about, hey, this place is great, and they don't really like expand on it any further than that. Like I hate to make this comparison, but it's on Welcome to Rosa's levels of shallow. Like, it's definitely a better track, like no competition. Welcome to Heaven is way better than Welcome to Rosa's, but it's not that deep. Like there could have been so much world building that we got from that song that they just didn't do, because I don't think Vivzy cares about heaven at all. Like it feels like she doesn't really pay attention, which is very strange to do with the of your antagonist's area, because the antagonist is it doesn't seem like it's any one person, it's heaven itself. So I feel like I wish she would have tried writing Heaven as if it's a character itself, but it doesn't really seem like she did that at all. Because normally you do want to try and write an environment as if it's a character, especially like if it's an important environment. Dang, that's a crazy comparison. Yeah, I'm sorry. I hate to compare it to Welcome to Roses of all things. Oh my goodness. Wish and Has Been Hotel have this weird thing where like they're on the same levels of deep and nuanced. It's just that Has Been Hotel is just so much more entertaining, like that it's not even comparable. But I will compare it anyway. But when I say like it's not comparable, I mean like it's more like there's no competition. Has Been Hotel is definitely better, and I don't think anyone can argue anything otherwise. I actually like Wish. You know what? Wish it wasn't like horrible, I guess. Well, I mean it was, but like it wasn't the worst thing that's ever been, and I think a lot of like the hate that it got was a little over exaggerated. And I still enjoyed going to the movie theater and watching it. Um I wouldn't have gone to the movie theater and watched it if my grandfather hadn't bought the tickets. It was um I have seen the concept art for Wish. We were robbed. We were very much robbed. I was thinking of actually making a video about it, but then I was like, nah, and didn't do it. It feels like the time for making Wish rewrites has kind of passed a little bit. I mean, I probably still could, but I don't know how much attention it would actually get. Wish is just one of those things where it was like it was a lower mid and then everyone kind of moved on. We could have had a villain couple, yes. I wish we had more like villain couples in media because there's so much dang fun. There's something about like two really terrible people who love each other so much that's really nice. You know what? Speaking of villain couples, we probably could have had like a really nice villain couple from Osmosis and Fizzaroli if they had like made the drama between Blitz and Fizzaroli like actually meaningful instead of just some lame disagreement they had. Not disagreement, but misunderstanding they had. I thought the whole reveal of, oh, it was all just a big misunderstanding was super lame. Cat, should we give him like a raptor's claw on his toes? I was so sad when they made them cuties. Yeah, me too. Especially because, like, their evil song was so cool. Like, it felt like the Osmodeus and Fizzaroli that we got when we were first introduced to them, as opposed to when we, like, got a full episode dedicated to them. They felt like completely different characters. Osmodeus was disappointing after Ozzy's? Yeah, I agree. Vox and Vel met on Tinder in my AU. I would like it more if Fizz and Blitz made up later on. I agree. I think they made up too quick. Like, I don't like that Blitz said, oh, it was all just a big misunderstanding, and Fizzy believes him immediately, like, no questions asked. I feel like that's kind of weird. Like, with how long you've hated this guy, you're just gonna believe him immediately, and then you're back to, like, being, like, practically best friends the next time we see you. Maybe not the next time we see you, but the second time we see you after that interaction, very strange. Claws from the front are so hard to do. Wait, I can put these, like, in a folder and move them both at the same time. That would be easier. I think since it's Saturday, we'll stream a little later into the night than I normally would. Opinion on having a lot of one-off villains for the fun of it? I think it's a great idea, actually. You know who I think is a really big waste of potential in Hell of a Boss? Striker. I think Striker is a huge waste of potential, because I feel like he has such potential to be like a really strong and interesting villain who like really challenges the ideology of the gang, if they had one, like, and the way that they function and stuff. I think that could be really, really interesting, but like we haven't gotten any backstory for him or anything. He's just been used as a plot device occasionally in kind of lame ways. He was so cool when he was introduced, I agree. But then he kind of got lame. Like, imagine if they actually kept him into joining IMP. That could have been interesting. Man has been dumbed down badly. Yes, it feels like they dumbed him down really to make a few jokes, and the jokes weren't even. If you're going to sacrifice, like, if you're going to start doing stuff that's out of character for your character in order to make a joke, the joke has to be amazing. It has to be the best joke ever. This looks awful. I need a reference. Hang on. Let's see. And dragon feet front. This is a nice track. What track is this? This is Calamar Punished. I don't think I've heard this one before. I want to see more of Leviathan. Me too. Wait, AJ, no, don't look up Dragon. You don't know what I'm into. Don't tell me what to do. I'm just kidding. It was fine. What sin do you want to see more of? Mammon. I love Mammon so much. Like, he is my absolute favorite character. I love him. I love him. He is my chance to have more of Adam without ruining the story. The only striker I feel like loves Art 23 striker. They made their striker a hybrid mix imp who has actual good motivation for hating royals. I like her art. I just don't love her videos very much. I don't know why. I just don't quite like vibe with them. But the art is great, and I think she has like good writing ideas. I just don't like love how negative she can be about the original source material. I think there's just something about like the tone in some of the videos of hers that I've seen that I don't quite love. I like positive vibes. Hating the fact that the main project I'm working on has assassins and there being a really bad series also about assassins. This looks worse. She's finishing up her Helva and Hasbin stuff. Cool, good for her. I did really like her videos about sister location. I thought she had some really cool designs. She was actually her video about sister location is actually one of the videos that made me want to do like sister location stuff in the first place. I only made the one video. I would like to make another one eventually. This looks worse. I feel like it did worse with the reference than without it. Maybe I should just like change the angle that I'm working at so it's a little for me. I used to make fan kit OCs when I started making OCs, and now I look at them and feel disgusted. Aw. Aw, buddy, don't feel disgusted. It was a learning experience. Goodness, feet are hard to draw. I feel like Hell of a Boss has more motion than has been. To be honest, like, not saying that Hell of a Boss is good, it's okay. If someone says it's bad, I do agree, but I'm not gonna attack them for it. Invalid. I feel like Hell of a Boss is better at, like, making the emotional beats hit, but, like, that's kind of not... Did I say has been? I meant Hell of a. consistently has more like impactful emotional moments. But overall, I do enjoy Has Been Better because it hasn't become entirely about shipping, and it makes me mad when a series that am interested in all of a sudden becomes just about romance. In my opinion, I feel like stories that are written just about romance and like a specific pairing where everyone else gets shoved to the side, I feel like those kinds of stories should be left on AO3 where they belong. like my like an arrangement was made, like that is something that I would never turn into like a legitimate series. I mean, I guess I sort of I sort of did, but like it's never something that I would take very seriously since it is a romance thing and it's purely about romance. I still try to make it interesting, of course. But it's just like something I would never take very seriously. I actually don't like romance stuff very much. Make it a slow burn. I prefer slow burns. If you haven't noticed from an arrangement was made. I think romances are best done when you're not focusing on them like specifically and entirely. You have to have some other kind of plot going in there to make them interesting. And and then you like slowly build up the relationship naturally without like trying to force them together so that they can like kind of like so that it it feels natural and whatnot. Like I think romance is more interesting when it feels like two like individual real people who are getting together because they love each other and have like a good dynamic and are interesting together, and not just because they're your precious uwu OCs. I will say like um there is this like one moment specifically in an arrangement was made my own fic that quite bothers me that I wish I had never written in. I wrote it in because I thought it would be funny and I do still think it was funny, but I don't think it was worth it. It was the moment where Charlie gives Adam a head kiss and he like I still think that moment is very funny, but I feel like it was a little out of character, lot out of character for Charlie, especially after everything that was happening. I should have like gone back and reread the previous chapters a couple times before I decided to have her do that. Views on enemies to lovers, I love it. I love enemies to lovers. I do think it's a little overdone in Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel specifically, because it feels like in Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, literally every relationship is enemies to lovers. Like I think even like more plain ships like Shaggy still suffer from that because technically they are enemies. Like Vaggie was an angel and Charlie is a demon, and a hatred about like the Exorcist and whatnot, that kind of thing. So technically that's also still enemies to lovers. Um, so I am a little bit tired of it. Um, I like rivals or reluctant friends to lovers. I think that's a really nice one too, to still like have some tension in there without it being true enemies to lovers. I like enemies to lovers, but only if it's written in a very specific way. I agree. Um, for an arrangement was made, I'm actually not like I don't have a set end game in mind. Because I don't want it to feel like Adam and Charlie have been forced together. I do think they could be a very cute couple, but I want their relationship to progress naturally and I don't want to force anything. So if it comes to like a point where it feels like, oh yes, these two characters uh could be and are in love, then it'll happen, but I'm not gonna like make it. happen. Especially after I embarrassed myself with that stupid kissing scene. I still think that scene was funny though. But yeah, if I was writing multiple drafts, that is something that I would have taken out in a second draft. Chaggy is pretty plain, honestly forget their canon sometimes. Yeah, me too. Please don't tell me about the leaks. Don't say anything about the leaks, please. I really hate it when anything gets spoiled. It makes me unreasonably mad. People act like Chaggy is the greatest ship known to man. It's funny. I don't think anyone acts like that. Yeah, I think you've just made people up. I've noticed that I do like Shaggy way better in fan fiction because they have a little bit more like spice to them. I think the reason why Shaggy is so boring is because they do the exact same thing every single time. It'll they'll What'll happen is either Baggy will comfort Charlie, Charlie will comfort Baggy, or Charlie will not won't listen to Baggy when she tells her not to do something. It happens every single time. So anytime they're on screen together, you know exactly what type of interaction you're getting, um, which makes it very uninteresting. I think I Shaggy could be like a if they would just do something different every now and then. So like I actually really liked it when Charlie and Baggy were fighting. Like they had their little falling out. I wish that they hadn't made up quite so quickly. I wish that Charlie had still been like a little bit skeptical about Baggy because it like even though I think Baggy was totally justified to lie about her identity or like lie by omission, I wish that Charlie had like I wish that that decision had more consequences going throughout the series so that Charlie doesn't trust Baggy quite as much. Controversial opinion, I'm not a fan of Husker Dust. It's alright. I don't have anything against it particularly interesting. It's another boring lovers enemies to lovers. Cause like like they were rude to each other and now they're in love. I think that's kind of lame. It feels like the only reason that they're actually in love is because they didn't like each other at first and now they're gay. It has to be gay. Everything has to be gay. I feel like there's maybe this is a weird thing to say, but I feel like there's maybe not even slight, but I feel like there is a fetishization to homosexual relations between men specifically in Bibsy's work, and it kind of rubs me the wrong way because I this might be like a weird way to say it, but like uh um gay relations are like kind of overrepresented. I know that it's kind of a weird way to say it exactly, but the proportion of uh, male on male relationships as opposed to literally any other type of relationship is a change, and also the way they're written is also kind of lame every single time. Like, I think Blitz and Stolas like really show exactly a really good way to like bring my point across, because if they were straight, like nobody would like that ship because it is so abusive and toxic. But because it's gay, it feels like it's been fetishized to the point where people don't really care. And you know that kind somebody who isn't all the way straight myself, it does a little bit. It just rubs me the wrong way is all. I do feel like Angel should have apologized for harassing Husk. Yes, I agree. I, the things that Angel like did and said were not okay, and I feel like the only reason that anyone lets him get away with it is because he's not a straight man. If he was a straight man doing that to women, everyone would be upset. Unless they're like a gross anime junkie who's been completely desensitized to a lot of that kind of pervy type stuff in anime, which is why I don't watch anime, unfortunately. That's how romance works. You hate your potential partner, which is why I'm falling in love with you. I do think like there's an element of like bickering relationships and like not getting along that like does have a lot of potential for a good romance. But like in general, people that fall in love with each other fall in love because they get along. Like yeah, you can have like little spats and whatnot, or like, agreements where you like pretend to insult each other and whatnot. Up to. And we're just we're friends. We're friends. There's nothing gay going on there anymore. Um, but like generally, you want if you're in love with somebody, you want to actually get along with that person. Otherwise, every day is gonna be a living hell. Villain couples are like, I hate my wife, positive. There's some boomer like memes right there. I mean, Muffin and Starry, they do bicker. We have seen that in the Lucifer room. Yeah, and I feel I have seen that kind of relationship work in my real life. The aunt and uncle that I stayed with over Christmas have that kind of relationship where like they bicker and like rib each other back and forth. From the outside looking in, like if you didn't know them, it does kind of it it almost sounds like they don't get along, but they really do. They love each other very much. So it is possible, but you have to like do it right. And you have to balance like the bickering and the arguing and the not getting along with something else. I think something especially that you need to have similar values, because if you don't have similar values in a relationship, your relationship is going to fall apart. Is our music gone? All right. We have listened to the entire Cult of the Lamb soundtrack. What soundtrack do we want to listen to next? The main ship in my thing goes from bickering to back and forth banter. That's great. Deltarune? Alright. Deltarune soundtrack. Do we want a soundtrack or like a Lofi remix? Has been Hotel Lofi? We did that like the other night, so I think we'll do something different. Soundtrack? Alright. I've not gotten all of the endings in Deltarune. I have played it all the way through though. I did like I don't know what it's like the actual thing is called in Deltarune, cuz uh I know that the endings are different. I mean the routes are different, have different names. Like I'm pretty sure at least for the first chapter it's called No Mercy instead of Genocide. Um I'm not sure how I don't like Deltarune quite as much as I like Undertale. It feels like there's a little less the element of choice in it, which like understandable sense because they're releasing it chapter by chapter instead of the whole thing. Must be difficult to like make different routes for that. I only do pacifist. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I have not completed my genocide route that I started in in Undertale because I did start one, but I couldn't get past Undyne, so I never finished it. That's the point? Yeah, I mean, I guess, but I feel like even if that is like the point, I still don't like it quite as much. I pacifist. That was a good joke. Solid joke right there, my bud. I mean, I get it if that's the point, but like, also, if that is the point, then why even like, choices don't matter as much. Like, why are you able to actually kill everyone? Like, if it doesn't matter whether you kill everyone or don't kill anyone, why would it just doesn't make sense why they would put that in the game and then like emphasize how important it is to spare everyone if it doesn't really matter anyway. I think what we'll have happen is we'll have like the horns come out through the top here. I will say one thing that Deltarune is better at than Undertale is colors. Like the art is way better. I think the colors especially are so much more pretty. I think the original Undertale colors, some of them were a little ugly. Like, the first character that comes to mind specifically that I can actually name that isn't like a background character is Frisk. That, the blue, pink, yellow, and brown combination was foul. Alright, I think we are done with this line art, so I suppose we can like drop in a few colors and then oh, your head looks now. Your head looks um she looks like a Lego baby in my opinion with her colors. Yeah, a little bit. I guess we'll put like the horns, have the horns come out through the sides a little bit more then, so that way it doesn't look as bad. Or doesn't look quite as quite as long. That neck is thickums. Oh, hey Hermit, how's it going? I didn't know you had the ability to like look at stream and whatnot. It's good to see you. I did an Undertale genocide. I haven't beaten Sans, but I kept track of how many times I died, and so far it's been over 80 times. I did beat Sans. You were working on that for like a year. Um, when me and Hermit used to live together, I remember like like video games, seeing her play video games while I was drawing out of the corner of my eye a lot. She's an incredible gamer, actually. I followed the link in the Discord. Cool, awesome sauce. I haven't given up yet. Do it. You should give up. Kermit the Range. I think where the horns were didn't fix it. I feel like maybe like he needs something up here. I think so. I think. Yeah, there we go. I like that. Don't tell people to give up. Don't tell me what to do. If you were to have an opinion on your opinion on the secret bosses, I don't know any of them. I didn't actually watch any playthroughs of it. So I only know the bosses that are from like the main normie route. I should probably, you know what? Maybe we can play it on the stream sometime and see if I can get like a different ending or what or something. I'm excited to see what all the hype is around Spamton because I didn't interact with him that much in the route that I did. So I don't have that much attachment to him. The only reason why I love him is because of that one cake. That one time he like got put on a cake that said divorce on it. That was really funny to me. I think there was also this one guy that made like a really good song based on him that I really loved. I think his name is the Stupendium. I need a video that's just AG core and it's AG out of context. Someone make that video. You know what? I'm line there. You out with color. I think this is good. This has goblin energy. I think what we'll do is we'll like put like some not exactly like leggings, but like similar things to what we have up here. Wait, cactus banned? CapCut? I don't know anything about CapCut being banned from anywhere. I mean, I hope it's not banned here in the US now because that's what I use for all of my editing. Because it's free. Oh, I totally forgot to put his little knife hand things on. Good thing I caught that before I sent it to the client. Master confuses me. I don't know about that. Says it's owned by the TikTok company? Is it really? I've never used All Right Motion. I know that a lot of people use it because it's like I've seen it a lot, like the logo a lot in like edits and animation memes that are made by people who are probably poor. But I've never used it myself. So I think like the hand is supposed to go right in there. I saw the TMNT logo on that reference 2003 version. Yep, it definitely is from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I forget what. I guess this must be like a version from Red Guy, the Red Turtles outfit. I'm pretty sure his name was Raphael, right? Raphael was the red one. Yippee, my obsession is bad. Did you guys know that TMNT started as like a parody of superhero comics? At least that's what I've heard. I could be wrong. I'm frequent. Yeah. Also, a fun fact: the even the original two creators could never agree about what's her face, what's her face's outfit. The girl one that's a human girl. April. Yes, I don't know why I couldn't remember her name for a second. Guys, I'm a fake fan. I forgot April's name. The Rise of the TMNT movie almost made me cry. I actually never saw it. The fun part about wanting to make the voices of your cast niche and obscure is not having voice claims for anyone. I don't think I fully understood that sentence. I'm sorry, I'm a little dumb. I think I get what you're saying though, like you want all of your voice claim headcanons to be from smaller stuff. You should, it's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix. I'm poor. I can't afford Netflix. What do you think I am, made of money? I can barely afford groceries. I'm actually really sad. The girl that I used to mooch off of Netflix from moved out, so now I can't finish the rest of Arcane, which I really wanted to do. I didn't get to finish all the episodes before. I didn't get to finish all of season 2 before I left for break, which I'm very sad about. I'm gonna try and see if I can mooch off my cousin so I can finish it. I meant more like upstart voice actors for the roles if I get that far. Oh, I understand. I understand what you mean. Sign up for Factor Netflix. No. There we go. Y'all, I did like, speaking of like, upstarts and whatnot and voice actors, that like makes me think of the bed and breakfast performer baddies as it always does. But like, I actually was thinking today and um, I came up with like this scene for Alistair and his backstory that I'm very excited to write. I think I might write that like once I get off stream so that way I like have it and don't forget it before I get around to writing an episode focused about him. I'm very nervous for Alistair's like actual backstory in the show. Um, I'm worried that they might mess it up. Alistair seems like one of those characters where it would be very easy to mess up his backstory and make him less cool, because sometimes for a character, having less information about them and making them more mysterious is what makes them so interesting. But then once you have all the information, then they're boring. Show us what you like that. Once I actually write it, it's gonna be on the Patreon. On the yeah, the Patreon for precious paying customers. I feel like I probably should add something to his tail. Pay the queen? Yes, you must pay me. Do you guys have the ability to super chat? You don't have to super chat to prove it. I just want to know if it's a possibility because I don't know how to set it up. I don't know if it's something I even have to set up or if it's just naturally something that's there. I have no money and I must pay you. Yeah, I guess you're just gonna have to be in the negative in your bank account balance. $5? You don't have $5. Did you guys ever see that clip of that streamer that did the $5 thing? Goodness gracious. I wonder whether or not it was just like her being out of context and she was just trolling or if she was being serious. But I don't really care that much to research it. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to be visited by the three ghosts first. Alright, they're on their way. I just sent them. Hopefully they don't get lost. Alright, I think that's enough spikes. Now I think they'll... So you can get rid of all these reference images now. Ah, isn't that nice, guys? The screen, it's so clear! The ghosts of AJ streams, past, present, and yet to come. Hang on, I'm gonna save the line art here and send it off to the client so they get to see it. Saved. Bip bip boo. Kofi, where did I put my tab? Oh, there it is, all the way at the end. Well, we're probably gonna have to stop at just coloring in his outfit because I don't know what color for the dragon itself. Alright, sent. So now we can color in this bad boy, and then we'll do something else. The tab is in the background. Get back rooms. Kaleido is great, but Kaleido not being able to be submitted because of CensorBot is a lot funnier. Oh right, I forgot about that. That was so funny. Imagine if CensorBot got away with that. We'd win our final entry. Our winning entry wouldn't have gotten through if CensorBot had won. I forgot to fix the line art right here. Whoopsie. I'm so glad I got rid of CensorBot. It's kind of too bad though. What a weird glitch for it to have. CensorBot is a Discord bot that delete messages that have swearing in them. And for some reason it had this weird glitch where it thought that Kaleido's entry was swearing. Which is very weird because if you posted it like we did like this experiment where we posted bits of the message cut up individually, and the individuals didn't attract attention, but the whole thing did. So I think I will make let's turn my expansion up, because alright, so we'll make like these parts black so they like look bleak. I think we can probably have like the elbow spike out. CensorBot demands flash. Alright, looks good. I think we'll probably have the undershirt be black too. Now he wanted you to be navy blue. Navy blue. I'm gonna look up some. You know what? I don't have to look up color references. I'm sure I've got some saved. Maybe I should. I'm gonna look up a color reference just to make sure I know exactly what navy blue looks like. Navy blue. Which is... Navy blue is cool. Yes, it is. I remember my brother used to have like some navy blue sheets, and when you're a little kid, before you realize grow up and realize how that looks, I thought it was awesome. I was jealous of his navy blue sheets. That's like that is a nice color actually. Oh no, that part doesn't need to be colored in like that. Colorblind Possum confirmed. No, it's not that. It's just that I don't remember shade names. And I was pretty certain navy blue was this color. I was gonna use this one But as you can see, like, this color is a little lighter and more saturated than this one. So I'm glad I looked it up and made certain, so that we get the vibe a little closer. Because even like a slight difference in color can make a difference. Was the dress black and white or white and gold? From the lighting and the way that I saw it, I thought it looked like it was black and blue. I heard, to be wrong, this is actually white and gold, but I'm not certain. I did the sleeve wrong on this arm. Whoopsie. Since it's in the back, we don't need to worry about it being the right color. We can just fill that in all black. There we go. Was it really black and blue? Good, because that's what it looked like. I don't know how anyone saw it as anything other than that. I think for the sleeves, I think like maybe like a slightly lighter, maybe a little bit more desaturated blue would work. That's not quite enough for my preferences. That's better. I like that one. I guess it's. I feel like I could come up with. I feel like I could make one a better color than this. I feel like that's better. I think I'm gonna keep his color palette fairly simple, like even in comparison to the other color palettes of the other characters. For all of the other characters that I've been requested to draw, I've used the exact same color palette over and over, but just like swapped the balances so it looks different. So this is our first character that has any blue in his palette. Do we? I think Black Hood. Huh. What do you think, chat? Black Hood or navy blue? AG, are you aware at all of Friend Inside Me by Toby Fox? I am not. I usually don't follow the work of any one creator, like, religiously or anything. Okay. Alright, chat. Let's take a vote. Do we like light blue, navy blue, or black? I think... Okay, we've got 2 votes for navy blue, 1 for black. It's 3 for black. 4 for black. I think this one. I think black wins that. Well, now it's at a tie. Um, hmm. That's kind of nice. Alright, I think we're gonna have to leave this commission here for the night until we get a response. Actually, let me check back with him right now and see if he's responded yet. He is not. We're gonna leave this one here for the night. Alright, chat. What do you wanna do? I think I'd like to stream for like 30 more minutes. Play cool math games. I mean, I guess we could if we really want to. What if be right back screen? That would be, because we're gonna need it a lot. Do you think that would confuse anyone who's coming in? Alright. Maybe some small sneak peeks for the bed and breakfast of former baddies? Wouldn't you like that? I prefer to keep the sneak peeks for the bed and breakfast of former baddies either like for the Discord or like for Patreon. I actually don't have any sneak peeks for you right now. Let's see. Be right back screen. I want to like look up some references of what other people have made, and see what I like. Let me see if I can like. I'd like to like put it up so that you guys can reference hunt with me. Hang on, let me see what I can do. This. Let's see what this does. That didn't work. Hang on. Display capture? A display capture would work. Let me put that underneath my face cam. And we'll just, and we can always turn that off, so we can go back to Ibis when we're done reference hunting. Alright. Alright, okay. Now you guys can, like, see my reference hunting tab. Whoa, the infinite screen. Family Guy death pose a possum? That would be funny. I don't really want to do that, though. Oh, this one's kind of cute. That one is very cute. I do like that one. I don't think I'm gonna reference it though. Maybe I can like see stuff that's also like it. A possum and a little kitty car. Time to sleep. That one's cute. I think that's enough of that particular style. This one's alright, I guess. Let me try and put in like Lo-fi aesthetic, because I really like the Lo-fi aesthetic. It's very relaxing to me. Well, that's cute. I do like this one. Add some pink and more stars and a small doodle of it, and then starry. Put Chibi Vaggie in a corner. That's actually a pretty good idea. I think Vaggie might be one of my favorite characters in the cast, and mostly because whenever I see her, I think of Creature, and that makes me very happy. The game girl text is a little cringe, but I think the actual art itself is very nice. Only if Nightmare is also there? Yes, Nightmare should also be there. When you say Nightmare, do you mean Nightmare the First, or like, Mary? So, the other brush that I use is the default dip pen hard brush. I actually quite like it. Now that I actually have a tablet, I never used to use it because the tablet I used to use was an off-brand iPad, and it didn't have any touch sensitivity, so it made this brush look really ugly. But with touch sensitivity, this brush is really nice to work with. I think I prefer to work at a size of 3.5 most of the time for most things. I guess I should probably still use my sketching brush as normal though. Hmm. Eh. That looks terrible. Um. Hmm. Hang on. Maybe more reference hunting. I don't think I'm ready yet. Let's see. How about computer? Wait, hang on. Oh. I do like that. I'm not gonna copy it though. Not copy, but like use it as reference. Oh, hang on. I think this is more of something that I like a little bit more. So that way I don't have to draw a device and worry about perspective and whatnot. Maybe someday I'll make a one that looks nicer. It's getting kind of late, isn't it? Oh wow, have we really been going for almost 2 hours? That's insane. And time really flies when you're having fun, I guess. I want to make sure that the words like are the same size and spacing. Wow, that's very small. Don't worry, we can always increase that, no problem. Wow, chat is dead. Is that centered? Could be a little bit lower. Yeah, that's good. And let's see if we can... Oh yeah. I'm good at this. I'm so good at centering things. Just over a teeny bit more. That's good, I think. No, it was better than before. I moved it a little too much. Yes, there we go. A little bigger?
The light is running low, and the shadows start to grow, and the places that you know
Now it's not
seem
centered
way
anymore. Oh, too much.
There's a light inside your soul that's still shining in the cold, with the truth, the promise in our heart.
That's moving it up. That's not the way I want.
Don't forget, I'm with you in the dark.
There we go. I was drawing. What were you drawing? Oh. Sorry, stretching my legs a little bit. I'm actually sitting in bed. Since my good mic I can't plug in right now while my tablet's in, I decided to just sit in bed instead of at my desk where my mic is because it's just more comfy. I can relax a little bit more when I'm in bed. I'm sure you guys don't need me to explain that to you. I think everyone kind of gets that bed is more comfy than desk. Dies of death. What track is this? This is a really nice one. Eh. Before the story? That's nice. I like that. Me too, bro. I'm not cramped in the closet. I was just drawing my OC since my phone got memory wiped and I have to redraw a drawing I made like a day ago. I'm sorry that your phone memory got wiped. That sucks. Oh, too big. Man, whenever I hear like Toby's music, like especially like for the slow tracks like that one that we just listened to, I get hit by such huge waves of nostalgia. I want to go back and like work on Otherverse more. I really ought to do more work on Otherverse. It's too bad that like the views on Otherverse are so slim. I guess is like the views are fine, but they're usually quite low in comparison to the rest of my work. So I don't do them as often as I should. Or well, not as I should as I would like to. The Otherverse channel is dead. A little bit, yeah. I mean, I guess I could draw it like on stream. I don't feel like quite as pearl clutchy about spoilers for Otherverse because it's been something that I've worked so much on, and I've already spoiled it so much like in the past, even though a lot of that isn't really canon anymore. I guess I could like show you guys like how much of it I actually did get done before I decided to cancel the animation part of it. Honestly, I actually might not cancel the animation part. I just kind of want to cancel the battle scene that I had planned at the front because I just don't have the skill to make it happen. I mean, I guess I could brute force it so dang long. I think my other verse series is also a lot more challenging to get into because you need like so much lore already in order to understand it. Or at least you did. I'm trying to like reduce how much lore about the characters you need in order to understand it so that way a casual person can get into it a little easier. An easy trap to fall into when you're writing is like not fully understanding where exactly the audience is in terms of how much they do and don't understand. Because you as the writer have all of the lore in your head at all times. So trying to understand it from a reader's point of view and know what they do and don't know can be very challenging. To be honest, saying this blue and pink is making me think of TV Girl. Who's TV Girl? I don't know what you're talking about. All right, we've got our letters. Honestly, I think I lettered these kind of nice. Man, my throat is getting sore. I don't normally talk this much. Honestly, I think streaming here might be like a good way to get me like ready to re-enter society a little bit because I'm quite bad with social situations, like just like having the stamina to get through them, I guess. Um I think honestly, I kind of feel like I'm a bit of a boring person. So I have a hard time like talking to people because I just don't think I have very much interesting stuff to actually say. Which is why I usually talk about my projects and my work instead, because that stuff is interesting and I'm not. He is a music artist, a popular one. Oh, yeah. Add me a link of his music in the Discord. I'll listen to it after stream. I would listen to it on stream, but we might like get copyright claimed or something. You know, I bet I could probably use like a leaf brush. Um, leaves. I guess we'll start with this color. I do quite like this color. Too small. Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. I do like this. We can get a copyright claim on Twitch. Yes, you can actually. It is possible. Twitch isn't as bad with copyright claims as YouTube is, but you know, I am on YouTube eventually, so there's that to be worried about too. The leaves. glass. I agree. I feel the same way. It's very nice to look at and it makes me happy. I think we'll make the highlight leaves a little bit smaller. That's not quite bright enough. It's too similar to the color underneath it. That's better. So we can like get some bundles kind of like that. I don't like that. I don't like the placement of that. I also sent the link to one of the TV Girl albums in the Discord server. Thank you. Oh, chat, that looks awesome. That looks really nice. That looks great. Maybe we can like, the songs do get stuck in your head after a while. Yeah, I'm excited to hear them. You know what, maybe when we're done like adding all the details and stuff, not the details, but like all the highlight leaves and whatnot, I think we could like add some like flowers on this, and that would make it really nice. It almost already does look like it has not leaves but flowers on it because of how colorful the leaves are. I guess that this little bundle of leaves could just float. Do I dare draw directly on the nice layer? I do not. Oh, let's lock that. Let's lock that down. Hmm. I think we should probably like use one of these pinks for it. Pink is very nice. Pink and white. I think we're just gonna go, maybe not plain white, but like a lighter pink. Yeah, that's nice. Let me see if I have a different leaf brush that'll look good with that. Oh, that's nice. I don't know why, but I feel like if we ate the leaves in the drawing, it would taste like Blue Jolly Ranchers. You know what? It might. I've made the brush too small. Flavor pink and yellow plus white. Based. Went too hard. Literally my favorite color is also Starry's color palette, just without the gray. I like gray. Gray is my favorite color. Whenever about and remember that gray of all colors is my favorite color, I'm reminded of this one like stand-up joke I saw where he was doing crowd work and he asked this girl in the crowd what her favorite color, not her favorite color, but her favorite drink was, and she said water. and, and a couple of other questions where she had like some really basic weird answers like gray and water and he said to her boyfriend, careful, she's a wild one. That made me laugh really hard. I don't know what my favorite flavor of Jolly Ranchers is, because I was one of those kids that had parents that were very health conscious, so I didn't get a ton of candy as a kid. Um, so I've only had like the blue ones and the red ones. I know that there are other ones, but I feel like I can't really make a decision without having tried the other flavors for myself. Um, I don't particularly like Jolly Ranchers. The flavor it to me tastes very fake, and I don't love fake fruit flavor. I would like whenever I have fake fruit flavor, I'm reminded about like how I would just rather have a piece of fruit, you know? I'm addicted to the watermelon one. I've never had the watermelon Jolly Rancher, but I have had watermelon Airheads. And I actually had them recently. I got a bag of Airheads for Christmas from someone. I actually forget who it was. I think an in-law I'd never met before. But yeah, the watermelon Airheads, go to for real. It looks nice. Kind of looks like somebody accidentally sneezed their Coke all over it. I had a bag of gummy unicorns and I'm still not done. I didn't know they made gummy unicorns. I feel like if gummy were a real creature, they would exist wherever this is. You know, working on backgrounds like this, it kind of reminds me of I used to have this like this project I once made for fun, like directly after I finished uploading the pilot comic of Otherverse to Instagram. I made like a fake dating simulator where you could date Nightmare the 13th, not 13th, the 5th. I changed her to the 5th, but she was the 13th for a really long time. Um, I never, but I did like make like the first episode of it, and at the time it was my most popular video. It had 7,000 views on it, and for surpassed it. Um, and I never made a follow up to it because it took a lot of work and I didn't really want to, so I didn't. But the way that I did the backgrounds for it was like this a little bit. Not exactly the same. I actually drew a lot more of it, so technically putting more work into it, even though it did look worse. Okay, I really need to stop messing with the bushes now. Okay, now I will stop messing with the bushes, because if I keep messing with the bushes until I think they're perfect, we're never gonna be done. Merge! Okay, so this transparent layer under there is nothing. What the heck do we put behind this? It looks like it's a lot of gradients and stars. So I guess we'll do a gradient kind of like this one. I think we'll start with like a light blue and maybe like, I don't know whether we'll do pink or a darker blue or what. So for gradients, I always use this airbrush, just the regular airbrush. I think it looks very nice when you use it correctly. Yeah, that definitely needs like a light pink at the bottom to make it good. Actually, we'll get rid of the blue. Get rid of the blue. Let's just start with pink and brown. I think I want like, not exactly like a sunset because suns are yellow. Unless this is like a red sun planet. I don't know why I'm thinking about like the lore of this environment. That's a very weird thing to do, but I guess we'll like go from like a slowly make this gradient like a little bit more blue as we like make it a little darker. Oh, I clicked off. Whoops. To do like a rose vine and some shooting stars. I don't feel like drawing. No. It's like we're laying on the grass and looking up at the sky. Yeah, that's kind of like the vibe I'm getting too. We'll switch this light pink out for just like a white. I feel like that doesn't look better. That was the wrong color. We need some clouds that have certain shapes. And BRB is the moon. I don't think it would be the moon. I think we're just gonna leave that as floating letters in the sky. I guess we could put like a moon in here. It's not a bad idea. No, I think putting the blue in the sky is a little too much. We'll push that back to a purple. Nice. I think it's still a little too blue. I think this gradient is done. I think I'm gonna give it a Gaussian blur just to like really smooth it out nice. I think that should do it. And now I think we can add some stars and we'll be done with it. I guess we could add a character to it, but that seems like kind of a lot of drawing to do, and it's... hang on, I do have my sequence brush. I think for stars we'll just like go with a plain white. I guess we could do like a pink, a light pink. Oh great, now I'm gonna have Jingle Bells stuck in my head for the rest of the day. Thanks, Toby Fox. Oh, it looks like a skull. Face in the sky calling for help. Drawing on my hand with a pink marker, guys. I hope your marker isn't poisonous, so that might not be super great for your skin. Hang on. Now that we have stars in the sky, it feels like these trees are like a little too much. Like specifically like the white leaves. Hang on, I'm gonna add like a little bit of shading to these fellas. No, overlay definitely not. Where's multiply? There it is. That's better. Now they don't stick out quite as much against the stars. The stars know something? I hope they don't. I would prefer if they didn't know anything. I think maybe we'll add like an overlay to this to make it a little bit more pink. Might have been too much, but it'd be fine if we just like lower the opacity a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, that was better before. I'm still not in love with the stars. Like, I don't like the way I did them. I think maybe I'll make the brush bigger and try again. That's better. And we'll just like go a little less ham on them this time. Sorry guys, went a little too hard again. The big shot got me breakdancing. I think we'll put like a few more stars like over here where it's the lightest, so because we can get away with having a lot more without making it too busy over here since it's so light. I think I'm gonna go in and erase a few so that there's not quite as many. It's kind of hard to get just 1 or 2 stars with this brush. Maybe my technique is just not great. I'll put those back. I don't really want to have it around the letters. Maybe a few here and there is fine. I don't like this one being right there. I think I'd more like just like to lower the opacities of those ones as opposed to like getting rid of them. So I think what I'll do is I'll sample that color from the gradient, go over them real quick, and then we'll just lower the opacity of the layer that's on top till it looks nice. You know what? I could I could copy the gradient and put it on top of them. Make them kind of subtle, and then we can like go in and manually draw in a few that we want to be bright. I think I'm gonna erase that little bit right there. It's kind of bugging me. I liked it before, but now that there are stars here, it does not look good anymore. No. Hello. Good to see you, Rapid. I'm sorry, I forget which Discord name to if you were attached to one. I'm sure you probably were. Skelly, nice to see you. That's good. Mm. Oh, I got the melody wrong completely. Just got back from listening to the new Miko song that came out yesterday. Oh, I didn't realize that one was new. I thought it was just one that I hadn't heard before. Feature sent it to me earlier and was like, "This is us." And Loki, I want to eat and devour the BRB background. Thank you. I think this will be a very pleasant thing to look at while I'm not at the computer at the minute. It was called Confessions of a Rotten Girl and it was kind of funny. Yes, I did see that one. Duck sent it to me. Much enjoyed. I very much enjoyed it. I think most of Miku's songs, it's not something that I like super duper love, but she does have songs that I do like. It's just not like my preferred style of music. I'm more of like a Cosmo Sheldrake kind of person. If you've heard his music, I absolutely adore it. It's so whimsical and it makes me very happy. Do you think the fans will kill me for saying that her music isn't my favorite? Or are Miku fans chill? I actually don't know. I listen to his J-pop and Marina. I don't know about J-pop, but I do love Marina. Very nice. All right, I think we're good on stars. I think I'm gonna add a few like highlights to the shading up here. What color was it that I used for this? AJ gets taken up by Miku fans. I'm a Miku fan, and all the ones I've met are super chill. It does seem like something that would either be very chill or like a little altogether too much. It feels like that's how I imagine Miku fans would probably be. Either like the chillest people ever or completely insane, depending on who they are. And that's just like kind of like sometimes with fandoms, like based on the source material, you can kind of like guess what kind of vibe. Like seems like fandoms either go in one of two directions, and it's either insane or the most chill people ever. I think we should probably have a little bit brighter over here since the bigger side of the gradient. All right. I think we're good. There's just one last thing that we need to add to this. Hang on, hang on. You guys are gonna love this. Hang on, I need to find the exact right one. Found it. Are you guys ready for this? Prepare prepare yourselves. I think we're done. I think it's perfect. Yes. All right. It's done. All right. I think this is where we're gonna call it for the night. I'm tired. And it's getting very late. It's almost 10 o'clock. So, thank you everyone so much for watching. And I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I might not because it's the Sabbath day. I guess we'll find out how I'm feeling.